What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry. I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. I hope you guys had a happy July 4th if you're in the United States. If you're in Canada, I think Canada Day was last week. Shout out to you, Nolan, for being a little XRP sleuth that you are. But if you like the content and you want to see crypto go up in the next 2 weeks, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Helps me out a ton. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian, and links for Twitch and Discord, all the other goodies will be down below. Thanks again to everyone who came out to the stream this morning, talked a little bit about Ethereum, the new EIP 1559, and lots of other really good questions. So thanks again. If you haven't already, you guys can see me on Twitch during the week. I'm streaming pretty much every day at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that would be 11 a.m. on the West Coast, and what would that be, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. And that's just kind of where I go over what I'm going to talk about in the videos, answer questions, and basically just set up all of my charts for the video that I put out on YouTube. And of course, if there's not much happening, I'll just stream and maybe do a short video on YouTube. But you guys give me feedback on what you like. If you really want the daily videos, I can do that. It's just sometimes there's just not much to really look at. So unless I have questions and things to go over, I won't do the videos, just since there's a lot of other things going on right now. I did get a request for Theta and Theta Fuel, so I will be doing a small little thing on that individually, just because I really like Theta and the idea of the blockchain kind of media platform in a sense, especially for me, being a content creator now. I don't get anything from YouTube whatsoever, just because I'm not at the public hours watched. I have enough subs to do it, but I need more view time. And then after that, because I'm a smaller, the monetization is super low and bullshit. But things like Theta, Odysee, and these other media platforms can actually offer much more incentive to content creators without having to worry about these copyrights and things like that. Everybody gets paid accordingly for what they created. So very cool idea. But yeah, and then this is an awesome picture of America here. So just had to throw that in there and tweet it out. But let's get started. If we head over to CoinMarketCap, we're seeing a little bit of red today. To be expected. We had the weekend go. Bitcoin didn't quite get where we wanted to, but now we can see that we're having these alts pick up again. We have Synthetics, another very good project. Compound. KuCoin is a token that I went over that actually dropped like a week after I talked about it, but that didn't mean I sold. I just am accumulating more to dollar cost average. So this KCS coin, I think, is going to be competing with BNB very soon, especially with their new network coming out. So to me, a very good buy. Again, I'm a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice. Don't listen to anything I fucking say, right? Just do your own research and learn from my mistakes, right? So we have XDC dropping back down after it had a huge rally up, but overall not as big on the losers. We have a lot more gainers. The only thing is we have Bitcoin down a little. Bitcoin dominance is going down 44.9%, and Ethereum gas fees are actually pretty low at the moment. And we're going to definitely go over a little bit of EIP 1559, and I have a very good article that I think will debunk a lot of the myths that people have about it, because they just think that instantly this 1559 just means all fees are changed. There's a process, and there was actually five, maybe six proposals, or EIPs, Ethereum, what do they call them? I can't even think of the name right now. Initial proposals or something. Improvement proposals. That's what it is. Yep, so with EIP 1559 coming out to the mainnet here sometime in July, I still think that we could see a huge buy the rumor, sell the news, right? It's already live on, I think, the Rinkeby network and I don't know how to say it, Gogston, a couple of the other networks, and it's got one more that'll be released in a couple days, and then the mainnet sometime in July, if everything goes to plan. So if that's the case, I think of this like a Doge or other EIP scenarios where, we've had a huge spike up and then a correction afterwards. However, if we have a good spike up now, the correction may not be very big. We could have a little mini alt season where, right now we could already be seeing the start of it as long as Bitcoin doesn't crash. So during this little mini alt season, we're going to see Bitcoin dominance actually drop exactly to where we were thinking, fuck it, exactly as I fucking predicted. Well, we said it was going to come down to around here. So this is, another 2% drop in Bitcoin dominance. But during this time, we could see something like Ethereum shoot up, especially when compared to Bitcoin. So, definitely something to look at here in the short term. So if we head to just the fear and greed, right now the fear and greed is at 29. I hate these websites that don't have the thing because my camera can't focus that much fucking white light instantly. So 29 on the fear and greed. So, anytime we've been in these levels way down here, this is back in the Corona dump. This was during the bear market of 2018. Going into 2019, we finally had some up before we fell back down. So, we are in an area where it's very likely if we can get back up above maybe 38.40, we could start to see another big pump in the crypto space. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance again, we were saying how we're going to have trouble at this area because at this zone here, Bitcoin is trying to fight to pull back money into it. And there's just a lot of fear in the market right now. Lots of, worry. We have potential worries globally with further lockdowns. A lot of my close friends are in South Africa and they're going into like level 4, level 5 lockdown. And I'm here in the States and I just watched 150 people at the lake, like bunched together super close. So, like things are different in other parts of the world that me and other individuals here in the States who think shit's getting back to normal may not be seeing, but these are affecting the global financial markets as a whole. So, we could see Bitcoin dominance drop a little bit further if we have more issues in, say, the stock market. But during this time, if everything stays somewhat stable and doesn't move too quick and we have low volatility here, this is when I definitely think we'll have more money pop into Ethereum. And Ethereum is going to be the main market driver against Bitcoin because it is the second largest crypto. When you think about Bitcoin dominance, it's this number against all these other numbers. And that number is what the value is of Bitcoin against that. So Ethereum having the next biggest hand in the game, if this goes up 50 billion and 50 billion comes away from Bitcoin, that's really going to increase the Ethereum dominance in a sense against Bitcoin. But Ethereum dominance is pretty much Ethereum plus everything else against Bitcoin. So, that's what I'm looking for as far as this. So if we, steadily make our way down on Bitcoin dominance, then that could be with Bitcoin going up a little, but Ethereum going up a lot quicker. So that's what I'm looking out for right now, because I definitely think if Ethereum starts a big pump in anticipation for the new proposals being launched on the mainnet, this could be really, really big as a catalyst for crypto as a whole. One of the main things in this proposal is to hopefully make us go from ETH1 to ETH 2.0 or ETH regular to 2.0. And this is going to be where eventually we make mining so difficult that it is pretty much pointless for anybody to mine for Ethereum, which is going to be a reason to switch to proof of stake. So all of these proposals, whether I know a lot of people think it's just to, reduce miner fees. Well, it does, but it's in a transitional state to proof of stake from the mechanical mechanism of proof of work. And, as of right now, the proposal is going to add a base fee, and it's going to start adding burning of Ethereum, which is making Ethereum a deflationary asset. Thus, supply is decreasing, demand stays the same or goes up. So in the end, Ethereum is most likely going to go up in price. Whether this is the catalyst or not, that's just my, idiot opinion. I think that this could be the catalyst that sets us into the next rallies that we are going to see coming into the end of the year. So, looking at like Bitcoin against Ethereum, if we just zoom out to like say the weekly, we know for sure that if history repeats itself, we are looking at a $10,000+ Ethereum as compared to the current price of Bitcoin. So, there's a lot of future and a lot of room for movement on Ethereum. I'm trying to get the right thought there, because all of these cryptos, if you have the strategy of long-term investment, you're going to succeed, in my opinion, and that's just my thesis on crypto in general. So, if you bought any crypto today and say the top 10 that you like, it's most likely going to be worth more than it is today in 4 years. And so for me, when I buy and I'm at a loss like ICP, I'm at a huge loss, fucking 190%. If you could lose that much, I had a $1,500 investment that's now worth about 150. So, but I haven't lost a dime until I sell it, and I'm, like I said, I'm still considering just buying like $500 of it worth now, because then if it doubles in price, I can cash out at break even. And this idea of, lost profit harvesting is like the best way to get out of a bad position. Is you may still lose some money, but there's our scenarios where you can in a sense double down and hopefully get out of it, right? So that's kind of like my goal with ICP. But if Ethereum, say, has a big breakout here, which we could be forming a nice bull flag after a confirmation, if we break out of here and go to the upside, this is just going to kick off a rally that pulls money to, you know, all Ethereum projects and, you know, all these other altcoins that are just going to absolutely go crazy. You know, right now though, a lot of people are worried about the futures contracts. You know, these are the three gaps that I have found that I think could be of importance. The longer we stay in this zone though, we're just building more and more and more and more and more support to go to the upside. Now, if we drop below it, this could be a very strong resistance. However, you know, this could sound stupid or jaded, but I definitely think that all of these people with a lot of money, Elon Musk, MicroStrategy, they're just not going to let the project die without them getting out of it at some sort of like break even or profit. So, you know, MicroStrategy is down on Bitcoin currently because he's bought so fucking much at 50 and 60,000. And, you know, Elon Musk hasn't really brought much of it, but he's already made a huge profit on it, you know, so, and he couldn't let it fail because then Tesla would fail, right? So I just feel like we're just building a really strong support versus building a very strong resistance in the people who have bearish thoughts, right? So make sure you come up with your own idea and plan. You know, I'm one of the, I guess, bullish moon boys here, you know, but I still have a sense of reality thinking that, okay, we may or may not go down. But in my opinion, I still think we're going up because there's more evidence of that. So thinking of these futures gaps, if we came down to fill this one, yep, that's going to be close to 25K on Bitcoin. If we went really low, we could really see this 18 to 20,000. But, you know, we don't ever see that. You know, if we go back in time, this is all of crypto or all of Bitcoin. Let me just zoom this out. And if I just hide everything real quick, you know, Bitcoin has just gone up and now we are here. If I bring all the stuff back, this is a logarithmic Fibonacci just chart here that's just adjusted for an angle so you can see how it's going. You know, we came up and we followed all the way down here to this 382. When we drop below the 382, it's been resistance. Then when we drop below the 236, it has been resistance again, but now we are holding on the key support here, which is just 0 on this chart. Well, if we add the same fib and we just continue it on, we can go from bottom to top of this rally and extend it out. If we focus right here, we can see that the 382 was very good support and the 0.5 was good support before we came up. And then as we came into the next bear market, what number did we know we come and find good support on? That was that 0.5. So let's go to the next rally and just do the same thing. If we go from this bottom up to the top and extend it down, we'll go past where everything is. There we go. And now let's delete this one so we can have some better view. The 0.382 is down exactly at around 20,000, which is exactly the previous all-time high from the last cycle. And right now we hit the 618 and we're finding support on the 0.5. Now, if I bring this one back, what did we see on this 0.5? Well, this 0.5 was a good support in the previous rally before we did the last pump to the upside. And, you know, the 0.5 was also where we just had a little bit of resistance in the 2017 to 2021 area, but the coronavirus dump actually came to find that area as support. So bringing everything over, in my opinion, we are just setting up for the next and last and final blast off of the cycle like we've done every other time. The only thing is we've had a little blend of what we did in 2017, a blend of what happened in 2013, just all mixed together because we've had so many black swan events occur in the world that have just changed the dynamic, the time frame, the timeline, all of the stuff that, you know, would be normal and expected. Right? So it's not that any analyst is wrong or anything. It's just now the data is so skewed and abnormal, nobody knows how to process it correctly. So everybody who's putting ideas in is kind of just guessing and hoping for the best. You know, if we did fall down, I guarantee you we will slowly ride the bottom of this line up. So as of right now, I don't think we will drop below 27,900-ish. 28K. I don't think we will go below 28K at all. I just think this is the bottom, and if you can wait and buy now, I think you will be very successful in the next coming months. You know, one last look here. If we look just in the short term on Bitcoin, you know, we're still following this Wyckoff pattern, you know, but we are finally getting above some good supports, and, you know, but this is just, to me, going to be sideways trading for a while. If I had one chart, It's just here. If we just zoom in and put this, say, like on the daily here on the BLX, you know, it doesn't look the best. But when you think about the longer we stay here and the longer we trade here, the more support we're building. And, you know, we've already had our dump. We've come up. We've had a lower low, but all of these wicks still keep coming up. So, you know, the longer we stay here, I just think the better suited we will be to take off and move to the upside. I'm still hoping that we are breaking all-time high by my birthday, August 4th, because that's what I said was going to happen. But, you know, we'll see if we can actually get to that. It could be till about September, October, and just repeat exactly like it did back in 2017 / 2013, where it was the final. From September here, September to the all-time high is where the last big rally occurred. And there was still one more little correction of a couple days in the middle. But, you know, Ethereum's still same plot, maybe a little bit more bullish, flipping both of its moving averages here. But like I said, you know, at any point there could be some huge buys. People start advertising ETH launching in 2 weeks, so people get a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency and missing and FOMO is what drives people to buy this shit, whether or not they know what the fuck it's going to do. But, you know, if we can anticipate that, we can bet with it and make money and profit. Same with XRP. You know, in the long run, XRP has flipped a big resistance support right here at the 65-cent range. If we follow what XRP has done, literally back here during the SEC lawsuit, once we broke the initial downtrend, we traded sideways for about a week, came up, found our resistance, traded for about another 2 weeks of sideways, and then finally we launched up and continued. Well, you know, if we zoom this out and just kind of look at what happened right here, sideways and then up, we can see here we finally broke that downtrend resistance. We're holding sideways, so, you know, in the next week or so, we'll probably see XRP jump up to the 80, 87 cent region. And if it can break through this, we may see a pump sooner, but most likely it'll just start trading between the 87 to $1 range in probably about a week or so if we continue the positive movement, right? Anything can change, you know, but right now a 65-cent XRP is looking like the best floor buy for the upcoming rally. Now, if you think this is a bear trend and we're entering a bear market, then the exact opposite would be the case. This is the perfect time to short because the likelihood of going any higher isn't there, and you could easily short XRP another 50%, you know, down from 60 to 30 cents, because the next big support is going to be down at the 40 to 38 cent range here, right, where the two green markers are. So, you know, by taking anything you see here or anything, you can help build yourself a better case, whether you're bearish or bullish. Of course, you know, I'm going to be on the bullish side. But hopefully that answered a lot of the questions for Ethereum's EIP, just on the brief overview, because this video is almost 20 minutes. But I'm going to include the link down below so you can cover or go over the article yourself and kind of see what you think. Did you quite understand Ethereum improvement proposals as much as you thought? You know, this is definitely getting onto an extra layer of, knowledge and research, but, you know, researching into this and understanding what you own is a very, very important thing. So any other question you guys have, please let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.